Hi everyone, how are you feeling today? I thought I'd do a tutorial on the kanekalon hair braids. I know there are some on YouTube. I'm not trying to reenact those, I just thought I'd show you one that I can do. I've started Stardust Majestic Hair and Sparkles a few months ago now, and due to obviously the coronavirus, I can't do little girls' parties, I won't be doing festivals. So I just thought I'd show mums if they want to do something different. I have seen it on a Facebook group that mums all over the world at the moment are trying to recreate these looks. So I thought I'd just show you how I do it. Alright, hope everyone's staying safe. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so this is how it comes. It comes in one big braid. I've chosen the dark blue to light blue for my assistant Phoebe here. I don't have any little girls, I've only got 3 little boys, so this is how I practice. So I'm just going to show you how to do it. So you just unravel, and they're joint at the top here with an elastic band, so I just usually untie that. You can cut it if you wanted to, just be careful not to cut the hair. Okay, and this hair is so tricky to work with and you will find it literally everywhere. So I break mine into 2, try and get it as even as you can, and just sort of pull apart. And if you have got a 2-tone or 3-tone hair, you really do have to try and keep it level at the bottom constantly, because otherwise whatever hairstyle you're doing, it will look strange if you've got some dark blue and some light blue like literally everywhere. So you have to try and just keep it even all the time, which is really tricky. So I would say if you are starting, just get one colour braid first of all, and then move on to all the different colours. So I'd say what you need for this really is a comb. Make sure you brush the hair beforehand. Use some clips to keep the other part of the hair away, and also these little rubber bands. And make sure you get a few out before you start, because there's nothing worse than having them in the pack and then realising you need them. I do it all the time.
I just wanted to show you some of the colours that I had already ordered. There's rainbow colours, there's mermaid theme, there's like a bright pink to aqua, just in case you were thinking of ordering them and didn't really know what they looked like and what they came like. So yeah, I've got so many different colours really, all due for children's parties and festivals, but unfortunately aren't going to happen. This is a braiding milk that I use, which is really good and it smells amazing. And this is a wax that I also use just to keep those flyaways. And also the hairspray there as well. And the bands that you can get from Primark, or I'm sure you can order them online at the moment from Amazon.
So I've already done 1/2 of Phoebe's hair with the kanekalon braids. So I'm just going to show you how I do the other side, alright? So you've already split the kanekalon braid into 2 parts. I love this pull through braid, and you don't actually have to be great at braiding to do the pull through braid. So just splitting it into 2 again, to just separate that all.
Once you've separated the hair, you're going to put a band around the kanekalon braid and you're going to form a loop. You're going to repeat this step with the other kanekalon braid that you've got. So you're just going to take a corner of the hair
and just put a band through the top. Now you're going to take your braid, just make sure that's even on both sides. So now you're going to take this band and attach it to the band that's already on the hair. Pull that tight at the top. Now you're going to grab another section of hair coming down. You can use your comb.
and you're just going to repeat that step that you did earlier. You're going to attach that kanekalon braid to the natural hair there. If you make sure you split that front section into two, including the natural hair. So the first step, I would say, is to take the bottom half that you've just tied up and put that forward. Usually you can get someone to hold that for you, but unfortunately Phoebe doesn't have any hands, so I'm having to clip that in front of her. So then you're bringing the first tie that you did around the back of that. And then what you're doing is just grabbing a piece of hair. You can use a comb if you want to. Almost as if you were going to be doing a Dutch braid, but do it from both sides. So grab that piece of hair and then you put a band around that. What you may need to do as you're going is tie up the hair at the bottom so it doesn't get in the way of what you're doing. So now you grab the piece of hair in front and divide that into two. It should already be in two pieces for you. And now put that piece of hair to the front. And you're going to repeat that step. So grab a section of hair. You need to usually get someone to hold that, but I'll have to use a clip. So again, a section of hair from both sides. And you're going to put a band around that section as well. And if you need to, like I need to, put a clip around the bottom so it doesn't interfere with what you're doing with the hair. Again, splitting that into two and grouping it around the back of that section. You're just constantly repeating that step. So flipping that part of hair forward and using a clip to get rid of it. And then putting a band around those bits there. You do this all the way down the length of the hair. Just repeating those steps all the way down. When you run out of hair, just put a band around the end, and this is where you can stretch out your plait. So what I would do here is actually grab the coloured hair and pull. You can do this all the way up the hair and it just makes it softer, and you can actually see the coloured hair more if you only pull the coloured hair. So this is Phoebe's finished look. Obviously if it was a festival look, I'd put glitter down the centre of the hair and I'd also do her makeup. It's really hard doing it on a mannequin head actually. It's so much easier doing it on a human head because the hair isn't as slippy. Hope you find the video useful to you. Please share and like the video if you can. Any comments, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks guys.